The World Cup, a thrilling display of soccer prowess where teams unite from all 7 continents in order to attempt to prove themselves world champions. This monumental event happens once every 4 years, and in 2014, the Games were held in none other than the tropical South American destination, Brazil. This World Cup was packed to the very brim with dramatic twists and turns, which grasped the attention of more than 3.2 billion soccer fans around the world. While breathtakingly entertaining, the excitement of a World Cup is a mere illusion, deterring audiences from the truly cynical, warlike characteristics that construct the historical international sport, including how players are used as an infantry to defeat opposing nations, the immense nationalism felt by those at home and on the field, and the spur of drama when countries find themselves victorious. The select few teams who have been able to claim the World Cup trophy are those who put in extraneous work on the training ground, and the most practiced groups of players work together like a well-oiled machine, similar to an infantry marching to battle. Only the most prepared units of young men can prevail over their enemies, and the weak are picked apart without mercy. Soccer players draw an uncanny similarity to soldiers on the battlefield because they show true grit, determination, brute strength, and unparalleled focus while playing on the pitch. Infantries train day and night, no matter what opponent they may face, because losing is never an option. The World Cup is a battle these players have trained their entire lives for. It's a time where they can show the world who's boss. A true chance to reign supreme. America is one of the many countries with a burning passion for the sport of soccer, and fans went especially ballistic during the World Cup when the U.S. men's national team took the field. The emotional responses to the action-packed games in Brazil were similar to those expressed when U.S. soldiers are deployed into battle. The nerves, the tears, and the joy when an infantry is successful are ways to describe both the U.S. national team playing a game and the U.S. military fighting for our country.
Jones. Oh, yes! Jermaine Jones! What a cracker from him! USA level! And then Susie and Dempsey's the onside. He is! It's 2-1 to the US! Captain Marvel again.
But the nationalism reaches farther than merely the United States. Countries all over the world feel crazy amounts of passion for this international tournament. Personally, watching the World Cup in Brazil over the summer of 2014, I could not believe the astounding importance this game presented to cultures all around the world. It was because of such a burning passion that I noticed in people watching these games that I realized the World Cup is something else, something beyond the fathomable emotional effect a sport should possess. To many countries, soccer is a way of life, which is something that truly got me hooked to the game. Before the World Cup, I had no clue about soccer, but now it is a major part of my life, and for that, I am truly thankful. Finally, the World Cup and a war between nations are very similar because they are both filled with such heavy emotions that are incredibly dramatic. The men fighting for their countries prove willing to do anything to be victorious, oftentimes causing frequent injuries, and even in extreme cases, causing casualty.
Football's world governing body FIFA has begun disciplinary proceedings against the Uruguay striker Luis Suarez after he appeared to bite an Italian player during a World Cup match.
The Suarez bite incident was one of many outrageous acts of malicious violence against another player. However, the wound the Italian center-back Chiellini sustained was minuscule compared to Brazil's star striker Neymar, who suffered a severe spinal fracture in a quarter-final match against Colombia, which took him out of the game like a soldier experiencing a casualty on the battlefield. Following the Brazilian forward's tragic injury, Brazil were brutally defeated 7-1 in their following match against Germany. This incredible scoreline, a rarity in soccer at such a high level, left the Brazilian citizens outraged. Riots broke out in the streets of Brazil, and the government was forced to take action, sending out police forces and riot control. The drama that ensued Brazil's horrific loss was comparable to protests similar to those during the Vietnam War in the United States. After Brazil's crushing loss, Germany went on to play Argentina in the World Cup final.
It's
This dramatic ending to the battle between countries found Germany on top.
Germany are the champions of the world!
The World Cup is a spectacular sight. It's a tournament that brings together an entire world of people, all focused on the common goal of being victorious. But with an immense power struggle to be the winning team, emotions run high and drama is bound to arise. The International Soccer Tournament in 2014 was one of the most riveting, action-packed World Cups in the history of the sport. Players fiercely did whatever they could to represent their country and bring the golden trophy home. These players are comparable to soldiers fighting limb for their nations. The players used their training to give the performance of their lives, and the fans at home did everything to cheer their team on. Viewers not only at the event, but also at home, showed true passion and nationalism for their teams. Crowds flocked to watch these incredible events, and emotions ran sky high. The dramatic nature of the sport captivated billions of people around the world, and everyone was glued to the battleground of Brazil.